of my event planning system that I designed in PowerPoint, but I wanted to have it digitized into a web application. So one of the first things is to have it talk about who all is going to be involved in the event. And so it would be, would be, obviously they would need the ability to fill in the organizational chart, like who's in charge and who's working for who. Then from here, this is symbolic of the location, the venue of where the event is going to take place. And they should have the ability to describe some of the things that are going to happen before the event, at the location, the day of the event. So this is pre-filled out, but it wouldn't be. And I love checkboxes, so it's just a matter of checking things off. So what are the priorities at the event would be here. This is part of the timelines and the scheduling. And so I like this feature or look of the year, and it goes, obviously, we can look at every year, every month. So it's almost September. So let's say if we were having an event in December, we would put in here everything we need to do for the rest of September, October, November, and of course December. So again, this is the year view of planning, or a month's view of planning. And then here is the actual month itself and what needs to be done in that month. And so this would be broken out for the entire year in this type of format. And then here, there are 168 hours in a week. This is, let's say this is a week before the event. This is all the planning that would need to be done, 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., 6 p.m. to 12 p.m. And so again, all 24 hours of the day, 168 hours of the week. And again, checklist would be there. Let's say it's a month out from the event. There's no particular day that someone needs to do a particular task on. It just needs to get done. So same thing here, you would have the checklist going here. And then here, just a standard calendar of being able to schedule what needs to be done day to day. So I just got a sampling of that. And then there would be a calendar of the entire year of some sort to kind of see, when the events are taking, what tasks and things are scheduled. And then here, let's say the last week, the week before the event, what needs to happen on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and so on, would be in the checklist. And then here, 24 hours before the event or the day of the event, let's say from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., all the things that need to take place around the event itself. And then the last 24 hours, that's 12 a.m., 12 p.m., back around to 12 a.m. Again, the things that needed to be done. So everyone would always have a checklist, is what it would come down to. Same thing here from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., what all the tasks and things that need to be done. Here, again, this is showing the year in a different format as far as the tasks that need to be done every particular month. Here, the 24 hours again, 12 a.m., 6 a.m., 12 p.m., 6 p.m., 12 p.m. And so these are just standard kind of forms, but it's just being able to input the data in. The event planning alliances, who are the partners that would, or sponsors that would assist with the event. And so that's what this represents. Let's say we would have something like these buildings, but the names would not be in here. They can put the names in here. So let's say they're working with a local college or community center or a church or a place of worship or apartment. So this is just symbolic of some way to put who are the partners or places or locations or or sponsors that may be involved in the project. And then here, this is a little model I made to show which teams are involved. Let's say this is the venue, which teams these little boxes are filled in with which teams, something like this. Here's the event leadership, the sponsor team, production team, the follow-up team. So they could put in all these different things of groups of who all would be involved with the project. And they would be able to create these headings. The person logging in would be able to create these headings. Here's an example of if we have partners, what is the expectations from the partners? That's what goes up and down through here. And then let's say here's contacts, like who all is involved. So this is the women involved in the project, the men involved in the project. Their names would go here and most likely their position and contact information, email address, phone number, and whatever the job title that they have as well would be in these sections. This is the venue itself, right? See, so there should be something symbolic of their ability to show the venue, and then how the actual location is going to be managed. Who's responsible for the back, the door, security, all these different things to kind of play out how the venue is going to be managed. And the same thing here, just another example of if this was a particular location, who needs to manage what where. This little technique here I call the 16 blocks, even though this one has 12. And what you do is you put in here everything that everyone has to do around the outside. The location and the date of the event would be here in the middle. And then here's the actual 16 blocks. So each person would get these filled in with what their responsibilities would be. So need them to be able to fill those in. Let's say the last 6 hours before the event. So what needs to happen first hour, second hour, third hour, and so on. Each person needs to be able to put that in. The management, let's say this is the main team, the leadership team, and these are the different teams that are helping out with the event. So this would be the person in charge, this would be their team. So this would be the primary person, the backup secondary person, and the rest of the team. What jobs, what role does everyone need to play? So you put in their job descriptions or expectations there. So let's say this is the team leader and this is the team they're responsible for. So we want to be able to have everyone on the same page. They'll know what to expect from each other. This is just something extra I threw in. It doesn't have to be in there, but it's just a way of trying to set what all does it take to have a successful event. And so, of course, where's the event located? What country, state, province, county, services, and that kind of thing. If this is the location where the event is going to be held, what are all the expectations or things that are going to happen at that event? So how do they get coordinated? The venue, the event planning, so talent, schedule, promotions. I mean, this is just generic. This doesn't have to be used either. And the context again. So this is what I was showing in the beginning. Before the event, the location, the day of the event, what would the priorities and things need to be for that day. And again, if this is one of our locations of partners, what are we expecting them to do? So there's not a lot of different forms. Okay, this is symbolic of all the expenses that you have to spend to have the event. We don't need this page, but I just kind of put it in there as a way to kind of visualize how much money all this is going to take. I like this little diagram because it looks like a board game, but this would be all the steps that you got to take to have a successful event. This doesn't have to be in the form either. Same thing here. Just this is a way again of charting out what the expectations would be for each event. Again, where the locations are, the partners. So these are just samples of how we try to create a picture. This drawing is a little bit more. This actually could be step-by-step task that needs to be done inside of here. Doesn't necessarily have to be part of it, but again, everyone would have a checklist of what they're expected to do, and it just needs to be populated and back to the regular calendar. Thank you.